everyone. Hello, 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 hello. How do you do? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can't be more welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me get on someone. Why is this? Why is this? Today is Friday. Water. Get some water. I just went to get my water. Hi, good night, and welcome again once more. Camilla. Welcome. Welcome to each and every one that is coming in at this time. I welcome you. A good Friday night. Oh, this is my drinks. Whoops. Do you have yours? Thank you for coming in and welcome again. To those that are out, I forget to put my mic on, so I'm sure I want to speak a little bit louder, extend my voice. Paul, how are you? Welcome. Welcome to those that have just subscribed and are going to be subscribing. I welcome you and I appreciate your choice. Thank you and much, much appreciation. For those that are out of my time zone, sure you're hearing me. It may be night, it may be morning, it may be afternoon for you. Whatever your clock is showing you right now, accept my welcome. And I know that you're going to be listening and looking on these things. Yes, I had a good Friday. I did have a good one. I hope you have one too. On a Friday, especially when it comes down to the payday, if this is one of the payday, it's always nice. After we said we are tired, and when we come to get the little toops, we have to call it toops because the amount of things we have to do. It's like you need to, Jack, how you doing? You need to have about 10 more of what they are paying you. But nevertheless, you can be proud of yourself and said, I did work for it. I did work for it. And that is the nice thing. And you look back to know that you did not go and do the unthinkable to achieve what you have, but you work to get it. Thank you, Jock. Right? So it is nice when you can be collecting and you can say, when you collect, you have so much things to put through and so much things to get on. And I say, oh my God. But you feel good after all. Yes, I know. That's what the Decalogue has told us. So yes, we all acknowledged it. We do acknowledge such. Yeah, so from you acknowledge it, whoever you ascribe him to be, because it's through the power of God. I don't think of evolution that caused you and I to be able to understand each other, we can communicate with each other, and as human to human. Because try as we may, we will not understand the animal's language. And if they ascribe us to be animal, we are one of the intelligent set that understand each other. The other animals, they understand their other peers. So we can't understand them, and we train them hard to understand what we say. Okay? So we give God thanks for that. He is our Savior. He is our provider. He is our doctor. He is just about everything for us. As long as we accept who He is to us. He is. So thank you very much for that. Okay? And each one of us, don't matter what we are or who we are. We are is and made. Yeah. Don't matter what we said. We are is and made. We are His people. And He ascribes us to be the sheep of His pasture. He said, enter in His gate with thanksgiving and into His courts with love. Because sheep deems to be obedient and not as rogue like a goat. A sheep walks, yeah. A goat, if you ever have to do with goats, oh my God. A goat will climb every high wall to go and eat down somebody else's plant cultivation. A sheep is so distant, and quiet. So He said, you are the sheep of my past. So yes. So thanks everyone for coming in, and I hope your Friday, I hope your week wasn't that bad. Maybe you can't say everything was good, but it was not that bad. And for one thing for sure, you have life restored in your body. Regardless of what, you are here to see another day, and next night, to see those persons around you, near and far, as much as we can't touch each other's like that, but by words we do. Okay? By words we touch each other in whatever we does. Mm. Okay, I'm just setting this thing. I should have it. I forget I didn't do it. Okay, so the bite of the evening is be a good person, but don't waste your time to prove it. The self-praise is no recommendation. Be a good person. Don't waste time to prove that you're a good person. Your work speaks for itself. You speak without uttering a word. Okay? It's better to wait long than to marry wrong. I don't know why I reach here, but keep your distance from people who will never admit they are wrong and in all way try to make you feel as if you are the fault. Let me read this one over and get it. It is better, sorry, be a good person. Don't try to prove it to nobody. Don't put yourself out there saying, "Oh yes, I'm a good." You know, no. Cut that one out. Don't do that. Don't you do that. Be a good person. Don't waste time trying to prove to nobody that you're good. Your goodness will show. Your kindness will show. Your compassion will show. All of what is in you, all of your qualities will show and speak for itself. It's better to wait long than to marry wrong. How many times we say, oh, we married to the wrong person because we were looking in the wrong direction. What we were to look for, that's not what we were looking for. And so then it said, wait long than marry long, than marry wrong. Some person want to be married like yesterday. Why didn't I marry already? I want to get married. I want to get married. Of course, the uncompatible person walk in your direction. And there you are, going down the white carpet, saying unto. 2 days later, you stop and look at the whole situation and realize you have made a mistake that is hard to be corrected. Okay? It's a keep your distance from people who will never admit that they are wrong. You bump into people like these. They will never say that they are wrong. They are trying to push the blame and the fault on you. They blame everything else except blaming themselves. keep your distance from all of these people because they make you feel as if your marbles are not rolling in the right place. They make you feel as if you're such a stupid person and they're all right because they shove the blames on you and they're walking clean, squeaky clean. So keep your distance from these people because you're going to swear. If you never swear, you're going to swear. Because when you know, okay, I am not the one in the wrongs. So it's best to keep your distance. It's best for you to just keep your silence. Let them keep talking. Keep your silence. One day, it will find out that they are so wrong. Yeah. So it's this is the bite of the evening. And these words are words of encouragement. These words are words of wisdom, words of knowledge. They may sound simple, but the small things, small package carries the best gift. So they may sound like, oh, they're just simple words. Yeah, those are the words. Simple to the understanding. Simple to the person. Not because you're simple, but you use the small things. God said he uses the foolish things to confound the wise, and the base things to confound. So he used it looks foolish, but that's what is used to confound the one that claim to be wise. And these are your words for this evening. And look into these words and see the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, and the pathway through them. Be a good person, don't waste no time to prove it to anyone. You're a rich person, you don't waste no time to be walk around and tell people, oh, I am rich. Did you know that I am rich? Did you? No. You and your character will prove everyone wrong in due time. Alright? Happy birthday to those that are celebrating their birthday today. I have two people, they are on Tuesday. So I have who are celebrating their birthday. And you're surprised to know those two are so close to me. And they are cousins, two sisters, children. And they both are celebrating the same day, the same date, and almost the same time. And you know they are so distant away from each other. So it's not even that they are living in the same state, the same country. No. But for those that are celebrating, and they are not twins, two separate mothers. For those that are celebrating their birthday, happy birthday to you all. Happy birthday. I can't express this too much, and I express it as much as I have breath in me to express it. Because sometimes we enjoyed our birthday, and that is it. We have a nice time, and that's about it. Especially when you are in your teens, touching up to your getting out of the teen into the silent 20 and 20. No, it's not silent, the T's at the end. 20 and 21. 28 and these stuff. You have so much to think about, as much as you think you have nothing to think about. You are a happy-go-lucky. You're just like a bird flying in the air at no care. Anywhere the wind tosses you, you go. No, that's not it. You have to put your priorities straight. You have to start straightening up yourself to know in what direction you are going. You have to, it's like a bow. It's like a bow, and or you're bending. So you have to know in what way you are curving yourself, because you need to get to somewhere, and you have to start somewhere to get to somewhere. To get to where you're going. Okay, so although it is a time to be merry, yes it is, but it's also a time of reflection. So reflect on your past and reaching out for the future. And in all of this, give God thanks, because there are so many persons have not made it through. They are cut down by some reason, something that causes them to cut down, and they have not reaches their full potential in age or in anything at all. My neighbor has a son, and he's such a bright spark. He's such a nice guy, and all of the future is in front of him. And for some reasons, by the time he reached 20, or closing to his 20, he was cut down by the hands of somebody. I don't know if that case even solved as yet. When you look at the bright, especially the men that at the past, do not really get to live their dreams, to share with any other person, and so it just it's just sad. It's just sad. He's just passed away like that. Somebody, somewhere, whoever it is, hit him in his head. He went to the beach and he lays his head there enjoying the cool breeze and fell asleep. And somebody, they said some insane person, I don't know, because they know, I don't know, and hit him in his head. He did not make it to the medical on time, and the young man just passed. It is so sad. And look at these bright guys, and the thing about it, the mom have 3 boys, not a girl, 3 boys. But anyhow, as I look at it and said, whatever you have to do, just do it. Because sometimes you say you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Sometimes it's something like that. And, things have just passed like that. But anyhow. Now today, I was listening to the news this afternoon. The 5 o'clock news, I think the 11, the 12 o'clock news also brought it. And I don't know how this happened. Because when you go to get an MRI done, They're asking you to remove your jewelries. And what again? Your jewelry and your jewelry. You have on a watch, whatever you have. They ask you to remove it before you get into that thing look like a drum. Because when you got there, and you know the frequency is very high. And this unlucky 60-year-old man went to get his MRI done, and he was pulled in, he was sucked in. And killed him. He lost his life. Because they say he had on, was wearing a necklace, apparently a big chain around his neck. And we would say the current, whatever they use, just pull him in. And that was it. We have to be careful when we are going to be going in these machines. If you're going to go and get an x-ray done, you realize for persons who go, and for like me who took patients to get x-ray done, even yourself, you notice what they gave you to put on. For me, that I don't take people to these places, they gave you a jacket, it feel like it's sun, isn't it? Whatever, what is it? Metallic, whatever metallic it is. To ward off the ray. Because that person would be doing it, and you are there without any protective gear. And all of this is been, your body is being sucked it in. So when we are going to these appointments, it's best not to wear them, lest the person who is putting you there maybe forget to say to you, remove your jewelries. Remove, well, you can't go in there in your belt. If you wore a belt, you gotta remove your belt. So ladies, do not wear your earrings, because you don't know. This machine was unkind. This MRI machine was unkind to the 60-year-old man. So lest it may unkind to somebody else, do not wear these. Take them off and put them down at your home. Nothing will hurt you not having them on. Alright? So, because if he has taken off his necklace, he would have been here today. And believe you me, when these radiation or when they lay hold, they're not easy, because they're carrying many horsepower. Alright? So this man, 60 years of age, went to have his MRI done, and this is what happened. NBC News carries this. Now my topic this evening is, and feel free to exercise the comment sections right. Exercise your right. I asked the question, you have seen what the thumbnail, you have seen what it says there. How much will you pay for the psychic power? How much will you willing to pay for the psychic power if you need the psychic power. And we will get right into it for you to know why I put it out like that. The psychic. A psychic, you may just wonder, well, actually, a psychic is a term used for someone who claims to possess extraordinary perception or other ability beyond the normal. Some of them said they have the ability, they can read your palm of your hand and tell you what your future holds and all of these things. There are people who believe and there are people who do not believe. Okay. Otherwise, it is called a clairvoyance. Otherwise, they call them the Obia man and the Obia woman. These abilities are often associated with the parapsychological, the study of the paranormal and phenomena. Paranormal phenomena psychic may often service like reading, where they attempt to discern information using their claim ability. They claim that they can see things beyond the normal range of sight. The ability to hear things beyond the normal range of hearing. Telepathic, the ability to communicate through directly from one's mind to the other. Precognition, the ability to know things that will happen in the future. So this person carries a lot behind them or with them. I understand that some of these persons, they went to the school to learn. Some, they say, was born that way. But whichever the way is, there are something beyond. Sorry. There are something beyond the normal. Beyond the normal mind, the normal person, beyond everything about the normal. Telepathic, the ability to communicate directly from one's mind to the other. And I did not go into the scripture to find this part of it. No one beyond either a woman or a man should try to get into the mind of anyone. It is totally outrageous. It is totally against the law of God. For you to say I can get into your mind, it's like what is the machine they hooked up on you when they want to know if you're telling lies and or not, and um, 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 what's the name? And you'll see the waves going up, and you see the waves going. Hi, Omar, how you doing? Ali, how are you? You saw the waves going, and they will put the criminal and hooked him up, and yet people go in there and beat it. They are hooked up to it. They know they are guilty of doing the thing, but they studied the machine and they know to keep their composure. Yeah. And they walked away from it. Okay. Oh, I'm thinking of that number. You might, right? Yeah, you're right. Right. Yeah. Right. So these persons, some persons say they're born that way, but I got the shock of my life one day, not very long ago. There is a library not far from me, and I feel like going into the library that day. And I went into the library and I was actually looking for something on something. And I saw this young miss into a corner. Around a table, she alone, and she was doing some card and she was talking and I stood up because I looked to see if it was somebody speaking to. I didn't see that person. But when I went into the aisle that she was, my eyes came upon a book called The Psychic, Learning the Art of Psychics. And that's the aisle she was in. And she has this book, and I was inquisitive enough to prep on the book, the cover. And it was a psychic book she had. So I said to myself, oh, so they sit and study these things. I didn't know. I think I wanted to believe that, yes, they were born that way. But then I was only fooling myself too, because I have seen so much of them. I am in Queens. I have not seen them that much in Queens. But if you should go to Brooklyn and you're walking in Brooklyn, almost every street, every store that they can be, you would see them. And at Jamaica Avenue, you go there and they are there, actually want to pull you in. And the first thing they said, they are going to make you rich. And so one day I was doing a course. I was going to a class in Brooklyn, and where I have to go and get the bus, I saw this man in some Indian looking, and him walking me down. Come, let her tell you your future. So I stopped because it get annoying to my ears. I said, do you know your future? And he pull up. And he looked at me. And I asked him the question again. And so when you know your future, then you can tell me my future. But you don't know your future yet. So you're not in a position to tell me my future. And I walk away. By the time I leave from him, is the next one right there. And is the next one going down. So I said, but these people don't work. But guess what? They sort of know the persons that they should target. One, I am a black person. And most of we black people, we love to go to the sea man and the sea woman. Because Nothing can happen without is not your neighbor do it. If you have a pullback in life, it must somebody do you something. So because you believe in it, I don't know what you know. You need to write a book. You would need to write a book. You need to write your autobiography, right? And you notice you have you have Spanish and you have all different one of these clairvoyant people, and you walking on the street and they're ready to pull you off. Some want to make you so rich. I went to Jamaica Avenue once, and this one is telling me, if you just stop and talk, I you will get rich within a. I said to her, I don't want to be rich. I want you to be rich, and then you share your riches with me. But I don't want you to make me rich. Sorry. And they always have a card or something giving out. You have people who believe from earth to heaven that this is so. There is no one should be able to get in your mind. Scriptures say that. So you have this psychic people, and all you don't know about yourself, he can tell you. As you say you were $40 poorer, let me tell you of one. There was this church, I remember the name of the church now, but they used to broadcast from somewhere about, I don't know if it's America, I don't remember actually where. But they always, if you write into them, say they are doing like Bible studies or something about that, they would send you tracts and so to give out and like that. And I wrote to them and they start off and they send me Bible lessons, and I would do it and mail it back to them and all the rest of it. Until they asked for money. And they got the money. It wasn't much, and I consider it not much. No, that was not how it goes. They sent me a fake money, a fake money. It's not something you could spend. And said to put it in my purse. Get it, put it in my pocketbook. And that pocket, and I will always have money flowing in it. A sort of a silver money. And let me tell you, sir, I was to throw away the purse. I throw away, I've never been broke so in all my life. Everything going wrong for me. The very purse that I usually have money in, and put it down. Because it's not, sometimes I don't use it, but you have a change and you just took it off in there and that one put down. I said, but from they send me this silver looking kind money, and I put it in there. This thing out before me more. I just stopped communicating with them and empty out my purse and throw it out and fling the silver, a silver dollar one, and throw it hell into the garbage. The garbage truck come and just take it. So yes. And I blame myself. I say I don't believe in these things. I don't know what they hell, but they came over as a church. They have a church name. They didn't came over as a clairvoyance, does happen because remember, Saul went to Samuel's grave seeking answers from Samuel. Samuel dead. Saul the king alive. And when God had shut off, not communicating, then not hearing anything, he went to Samuel. When he went to Samuel, he met the witch of Wendell. Witch of Wendell. Is Wendell? I think it's Wendell is the word. That's what he went there. He was the living, seeking some answers from the dead. So, the devil make himself very accessible to do things out of the norms. And he is not doing anything for you not to believe. He is doing things for you to believe. Many persons have lost money because I don't believe this is natural. This is something that I have to go find the person that have, they call them 4-eye, you know, yeah, that have 4-eye, that can see. A nice name them is the clairvoyance. When they don't want to say the obia man and the obia woman them. Yes. So they give them the sophisticated name, the high profile name, and call them that way. When indeed there is so much of them that has lost their money to those that pretend that they are such persons. Let me tell you something about from my own. When I was just a child, my granduncle fell sick. Yes, this Ouija board, I think people should have stayed away from it. Nothing from it have ever happened to me because there are some things, honestly, there are some, I am hard to believe, Thomas. And if I really don't get that feelings of it, not me. And that's this Ouija board or whatever they call it. I don't know but something. I remember, there are people who go in high powers. As a child growing up, I saw a lot of things that I questioned. My granduncle had a swelling close to his scrotum. As a child, you wouldn't know. But he went to the doctor, and he came back, I heard him saying that the doctor said, it's an abscess. So the doctor put something on it to ripen the abscess that it can break. The lady who he was living with for some times, they didn't get married, they were just living together. One evening I saw this man came into the yard, and so the lady came to get him. Call the lady Mary. Fictitious. So Mary came and asked him to come because he is sick. Now they call the man Ranger. That man don't talk much. Him not talking with you. And when it came on to things like that, him worse don't talk with you. And evening came down, it's getting dark, and we have an outside kitchen. From the outside kitchen, there is a little stone wall that is built. The place didn't pave, it's pure dirt, so they lay out the stones that you can walk on. And inquisitive person like me, as a little girl, and I love to know. There is a creases in one of the room directly to where they are on the outside. And I went there and, cracked the window through the creases and stayed there looking on them. And this man started to dig and dig and dig and dig and dig a lot of dirt. And I heard when he said to her, because I was glued there and I'm not moving, and nobody knew I was there. He said to her, look on the veranda. You see, I remember what he said, you see, but she used to bring it come. And when she came back, I watched the man when he went into his pocket, took out a white, it's like a handkerchief, and unwrapped a bottle from it, a small bottle. And by the time she reaches to him, he said to her, this is what come out from under the earth. Now the place is a sort of, not a sort of, it's a clay land. A big stone is there where he dug from. That the man always sit on it. And the bottle that came from under the earth is as clean like the day they make the bottle. From under the earth, and not a speck of dirt is on it. And he said, this is what? A clear fluid is in the bottle like water. But don't waste your time. And my ranger was sitting on the veranda. And they went around to him and showed the bottle to him. And he said, then a bottle coming out. One, there's never a time anybody saw any loose dirt. Because to put a bottle under the earth, you must dug away the earth. Yes. There's no, I move from one place to out in the living now. Him said, then how I have never seen a loose dirt that somebody dig or dug or move anything. Him say, they send spirit to put it there. Him say, so why is not a spirit take it out? And all this bottle get out from out of the dirt with not even a speck of dirt on there. And Mr. Man carry a weapon, And he got up and he said, come out, go through the gate, out of my yard. And he reached for his weapon to get out of my yard. And he said to the woman, you know what? Follow him. Because he can't, she said the man charged whatever amount of money. He said, my money, you're gonna pay that money. He said, you know what? Go with him. I never one day tell you that I want a Obia man. The doctor says I was abscess the man have. The doctor say abscess. Now you carry this man come dig up bottle and just show me say I want money. And you know they never live good again until they part. He eventually have to move out them yard. And I look at that as a child. I couldn't process it much. But it was bothering me to say, oh, I saw the man, but as a child, you couldn't say anything, you know, because it's big people business. You couldn't have nothing to say in it because they didn't even know I was watching. They didn't know. But I watched the man. And it never until when I turned in my teens and people talking. And I never forget that thing. I want to say the man professed to be a Obia man. But it never cut off well with him and Ranger. Ranger decides to listen to me, man. I don't buy this. There was the next incident I saw. Was on the same avenue that I am living. And these people they have a shop, they have truck, they have quite things. And one morning I was going to work. And I saw a crowd gather at this lady's gate. And the lady running and come out and crying and making a lot of noise and whatever. The curtain at the lady's window caught fire. Her sheet on her bed, the bed covering caught fire. He said she was in the bed and the next thing she feel something like fire when she looked. The place, the entire bedroom was on fire. And the bed mattress have not burnt. Nothing else has scorched. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Just to learn to later in life, our husband, her husband progress in life, yeah. His truck overturned with him and he lost one of his eye. Still operating. And they say it was no other. He owed Delarance, whoever Delarance is, because you hear the name all the while, not paying, and that was to show him that, look here, you need to pay me my money. And every day, they call police, left, right, and center. All they saw is this man went into the shop, pull out the shop, the drawer, the till, and the man, and by the time people come in, the man runs on. Police come then searching for this man, this description of this man, and can't find this man. And you know it never stopped until the husband passed away. One, before he passed away, they have a little boy. He was about 9 years old when all of this started to happen. And they just took him. Some advanced age ones took him, and they start break in place, giving him gun, and then the father passed away. And everything turned upside down. And I'm like, okay then. Now I'm putting the pieces together. So you have these people who think that they have these type of powers, and this type of power, person believe in it. Persons do things. And I go all that way, yes. The police in Jamaica are very courteous, very courteous of truth. Because they're looking and they can't find this man. They're hearing up youth, people, I mean, people, children, everybody stand up and saw the fire going and the house not burning. The evil power is there and it is strong. It's powerful. But here what happened? People decided to use those same power, whether it's real or unreal, to do their robbery too. This evening, 12 o'clock today, plus 5 o'clock news. The Long Island police lawmen held on to this man. This man went to this 60-year-old woman, and according to the news said so. She wanted to buy the power from him. He said he do palm reading and he can tell, and he went to her and God knows what he told her. So of course she must be look at it and say, oh, easy money, you can't make a money here, man, here, there, and everywhere, something. So he went there, and he gave 6 and 4, okay. She gave him a portion of money for the power. But he is selling the power for $60,000. How much will you pay for the power of a psychic? So she took him he took her to the bank because she's willing to pay for the psychic power. Of course, maybe the two of them is going to team up and work together, as well as she purchasing the power. She is going to be opening her own psychic shop. When they went to the bank, I guess the bank must be caught up on it and say, why this woman withdrawing 40,000? Because she went to get the 40. He went with her, and she is withdrawing $40,000 to give him. So he got 2,000 before. He got 20,000 before. Yeah, 60,000. Good. The bank calling the police. He was arrested because the bank is going to be wondering, maybe she had just gone there to get, and then he just went to our house, and then he is so craven, hungry lion thief, and he went with her to the bank. 40,000. So he almost get it if the bank did not. Why is this woman wanted 40,000? That is your money, but the bank is inquisitive to know what you want to do with your own money. You lucky is that see the people that use horseshoe. Nail up the horseshoe over the house or over the doorway. People, I am not saying that they are not false spirit. I am not saying that, but people believe in the depth of these things until the demons of hell wrapped them around their hands. Yeah, that's how their belief is so deep. This one can catch the duppy for me. This one can put me in a bath pan or somewhere and bathe me off. This one. People believe in these things, and every nation, every one of them have their different ways of doing these things. It's for you to believe or don't believe. People do things. So this man now decided, so they held down on him to die. And he's telling the authority that he do some reading for her. God, he knows what he read her, if him did tell her the truth, what him say, if anything go like that. So them brought him like a horse before the court. So the judge ordered that him stay far away from the woman. Because this man, as a psychic, as a clairvoyant, as a reader man, these are the people they will prey on. Because you took up your money. Oh, him said that, and him said that, and him said that, and him not saying them without doing a charge. He's charging you. And you put out your money and you pay. And yes, you pay him. And yes, he's coming back. Know what you believe and to whom you believe in. And they said, believe, kill, and believe, cure. There are so many people who put their trust and their belief into the pit of hell. And Satan plays with their mind, play upon their emotion, play upon their innocency. Nothing wasn't there, and him allow something to be there for you to say, oh yes, it's true. You know how much of these people cause they and their neighbors to be in conflict at all times? You know how much of these people leaving to go somewhere and they have to go and put on a ring on their finger. You know what that ring is called? The guard ring. And they, according to them, they fix you up. And make you worse than what you is. If you should sit down and run a survey with a lot of people, question them about this, they will tell you they travel to foreign and they had to go. People go this distant that they are going for commonly their passport, which every country that you live in, you're born in that country, you are eligible to have a passport. It's your right to have a passport if you want a passport. And people going to get passport, and they have to go to a clairvoyant. They have to go to a obyaman. People going to get visa to travel, and them have to go. There was one time the immigration officer had to give back this young man his passport. They hauled the passport, and he went, and when this time he had to ask him to take it away from them or clean up the passport and come back. So people believe in these things in such a way that there is nothing good happen to them unless, and my God, the persons who they trusted so much and who is doing these jobs for them so much, wow, just eat them down like that. Woo! $200, $1,000. This one say, oh, you give me, oh, come, 6 and 4. Oh, let's go, man. $40,000 more upon the book. And square up to the 60,000 that he charged. Now, would this woman get the power? After paying $60,000 for it, would she get it? See, wisdom teaches knowledge. It's not everything you see and you hear. You go with it. There was a church, or there were some churches around. I don't know if they're still doing it. I haven't seen it lately. That they wanted to get the Holy Spirit and then push it on the ground. And then they have white sheet to cover you up. And you don't expose your lower ends, your lower parts. The demons from hell. But also he's a liar. And to those that he can deceive, he deceived them to the end of their life. He deceived them. He will make things look like it is true. People put spell on you, of course. People do those things. The only thing people can't do is to brawl breath, you know. But everything demonic. Because I don't know why people believe in demon force. I wonder why. Why people believe in the demon force. If they go to get a job and they don't get it, it's somebody cause them not to get it. And them have to go somewhere. And them have to get some nice tidying up. People believe in the force of hell than how they believe in God. People follow the demonic power than how they follow God. And don't think for one moment that the people we call poor, they are the ones and the ones alone that do these things. These things come from high up in the sky. You want to see the people who believe in these things. You want to see the people who wore a ring and say it's the guard ring. till they guard God off of them. They guard themselves until they guard God off them. I've seen this lady, they are in church, and her little girl took sick. The little girl was like 8 or something thereabout. And when the child came, they normally in church, you know, you're gonna be seeking out prayers and things like that. So yeah, they pray for the child, took the child to the hospital, and the diagnosis after they did their blood works and thing, it came back that the child have leukemia. Leukemia. These were people in intelligent mind. I tell you, people do. Sometimes you sit and you see what people do. You, you wonder. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? She should have taken more than $200 no money, man. She should have do like this guy. You want the powers, you gotta pay for it, man. And look at maybe maybe if he had got through with that 40,000, maybe you would still go back and say to her, you know, there is something else that I left out that you should know, and in the package. So you gotta give me $40,000 more to get it. There are people, oh my God, if they eat, if they sleep, if they can't sleep at night, it must be somebody do it. So much person get bad name. So much person live bad with their neighbor, with their friends, with their relatives, with everybody. Because everybody is doing them something. Except them doing themselves. You see how... Alright. This person was... We were having a conversation. And him said, the little guy not working. His little company not working very well. The company will stay up for 2-3 minutes and then went to sleep. So he want to know why his company is getting lazy and lazier. So he went somewhere, somebody told him of somebody, because he made his complaint, and somebody sent him to somewhere. And the person said to him, okay, come back to me at such a given time. The person get somebody to buy the Viagra. And when he came back, he charged him one money, and when he came back, that man paid almost $100,000. So of course he took said, this is what I get for you, and this is so good, you can't miss. But there was other condition with the man than that. So of course he took the Viagra. The Viagra and something else that he was supposed to brush on or something about that. But guess what? When the little guy waked up, him went to sleep, and until this day him don't wake. So instead of you to go to the medical to find out your diagnosis, yeah, the little man, the little company waits, and he went to sleep because he was there for all his given life, and it's not going down until of course his heart went into a race, and the heart raced and leave him sleeping. The next thing he found himself into a fridge, and from a fridge to under some concrete. Took him $100,000 from him, man. Give him Viagra. Understand? So people believe in some things more than they believe more than believing in themselves and to do things for themselves. So when I saw this news this evening, $60,000. Get get 20 before. And I'm selling the lady the powers. How much can anybody pay for the psychic power? How much you willing to pay for it? So these things, they may sound like playthings, they may sound like a fable, but these things happen in hurt. And for some good reason, I told of one here sometimes ago that this young lady, all right, this young lady having life too easy. They said, I the donkey follow cane trash to a pound. She were having life too easy, too comfortable. The man says, stay home, I will work and maintain you. And she let her friend advise her that, look here, um, other women will take away your man from you, you know. So they advised her where to go to get something to tie the man. You know, if they had said to her, go and buy a piece of twine or something, some shop, it would have it more sound better, because this guy, you're going to tie something. You need a piece of rope or something. So they sent her to this man. And the man working his money to maintain her. And she chose to take the money to go and give to a man. But sit down and collecting and said, come, I can tell you the real deal. I can tell you the truth. I can give you something. And he gave her 2 bottles. One to put under the pillow, make it sleep on it, and one to go into the food. Educated as she is. She mixed up the 2 bottles. She never asked him to label them. So when she reached home, she put the food one under the pillow and put the pillow one into the food. And she cooked for the man. As usual, cook his dinner. And while he's eating and the food had dropped down in his stomach, him start cry out for pain. until he fainted. She had to call in help. And the man fainted and they sent to get him to the hospital. When she saw him later on, she started crying and said, Lord God, I the wrong one me use. That's how they get to know. Is she bawling it out and say, Lord, I the wrong one then me use. And when they asking her and her friend them come around. Yeah. So when most women and a man, if there are if there are business people, help them to get a business to do. Because when they sit down damn idle, they have their idle friends, idle thinking, idle talking, send them off and they grab it the idea and put the woman, boy, child to sleep forever and forever. If she didn't have something to do, if she was making her own coins, she wouldn't have time to take the money that the man work give her to whether she go buy a pretty shoes, go do facial, hand shall, head shall, and all the shall them. She wouldn't have any time to took it and take to somebody who sit down and collect. Yeah. So when they did their test, they did their test. They agreed to it. She agreed to it, and she put things in his food. So she did have something to do. You think she'd have any time to think about that? Our friend them could not have influenced her because that's the friend she kept. The friend don't know anything and not going anywhere. So therefore, they didn't want her to go anywhere. And of course, she didn't want to go anywhere. So she bought into it and ended the life of the man. So you have people, they believe so much. And a lot of these horror stories, sometimes you're surprised to know. So, it is the it is. Thank you for being here with me. How much will you pay to be a psychic? How much you paying for the power? Don't let the bank have to call anybody on you, because then you're going to go. The man said in the reading and him read the hand and him read and him read. Him good. But he saw where he can make some quick money. Every money. So that is what he set out to do. Yeah. He's a reader man. A psychic. So thank you very much. That was great, bodies. Okay, Rawoodies. Good. So thank you very much for being here with me. Thank you. And just look into these things. And don't take your money and throw it away foolishly. Here, don't do it. Because persons stretch their hands out to so many things. So don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, going there, so My thing with that, I said they don't have to do that. Because the man putting himself right there to eat what him do and see and what him see. So, what a sense. Oh, from Louisiana. It's like, this country, every country have their thing. I saw a young girl that you wouldn't even think that she would be thinking things that, you're young somebody, so you talk about the future of the other. And she said, it's in Milo, she give fair somebody. It's in Milo. She said, yeah. I said, really? You're surprised to know. I I sometimes watch, and they're prevalent on the net, the Nigerian or wherever in Africa do it. And I don't like to see it. It sick my mind, my stomach, everything about it. They wanted the man and they always have a syringe with something, spewing it into the drink. And they use one color drink, the orange color drink. I just don't. Okay, okay. I just don't like to see these sets in Africa. If it's food, you see them have something coming out from out of their bra or out of a pocket, sprinkling it over in the food for you to eat it, and as soon as you eat and they're talking, you just keel over. I look at it and said, to me, this is their culture. This is this is their culture. They're not putting things in drinks, they're putting things in food, and uh, anyhow, God be praised. It's all over. But you know that it's not, when you're not attracted to these things, you won't get into them. One like me won't find them. And they won't find me. Because we two don't agree, so we're not walking together. I don't believe in these things. I know it exists. I knew it exists. I am not saying I don't know it exists. But for me to put myself in it, no, no, no. And you can't come and tell me nothing. Nothing. And you won't catch me in the food either. Nothing. Understand? Whenever you make the first step into these things, that is where you get caught. That is how they reel you in. Because they're going to say things to you and make it look like true. Oh yeah. They are going to do. They are going to do. No doubt about it. They are going to do. But anyhow, for those that are benefited from it, go straight ahead, do what you're doing. Just go straight ahead and do what you're doing. Because you benefit from it, you believe in it, and that is what keep your boat afloat, So you can only talk about it. That is it. But they just keep their stuff to themselves. You understand? It's one like me, AOR. No way. No way. I know how to pray and to whom I'm praying with. And so that's okay. Nobody not gonna get my little 2 coins like that. Yeah? Good. So yes. Have yourself a good weekend. Don't get too tipsy now. Relax, and if you're having something, have something mild and nice. Not anything to throw you over. And get some rest for the weekend. Have yourself a good one. So we will see each other apparently tomorrow evening. All right? Take care of yourself. Take good care of yourself. Don't take your money and throw it into somebody else's um, savings. Trying to say if you do this, you will be richer and better and whatever. No. Don't get your hands dirty. Keep it clean and real. Right? Good. Have a good one. Have a safe travel if you're traveling. And enjoy the rest of your week. Omar, if you're not going to work, enjoy the rest of your week. Anyhow, it was good being with you all. Thank you for, and thanks to those that have subscribed. Thanks to those that have listened. Thank you that have liked, share. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good one. Peace.